Hey everyone, my name is Caroline Lanier, and my education innovation is the revision of the Preceptor program at UNC Lenoir. UNC Lenoir is a rural community hospital in Kinston, North Carolina. For this education innovation, I have been working very closely with the staff development department at the hospital, and my preceptor is the manager of the staff development department. Over the past year or so since the COVID pandemic, the hospital has experienced very high nursing turnover. And also with the COVID pandemic, the staff development department put in-person classes on pause. Therefore, the preceptor program has not been offered in person since 2019. The current preceptor workshop was provided online and was not specific to the hospital itself. Through an online survey I conducted for a learning needs assessment, I discovered that 41% of the preceptors have been a nurse for 10 years, 25% have been a nurse for 5 to 7 years, and 16% of the preceptors have been a nurse for 2 to 4 years. Of those that responded to the survey, 25% reported that they have not participated in the in-person or the virtual preceptor workshop that would prepare them to be a preceptor for new graduate nurses. Also in the survey, I provided a free response section that allowed the preceptors to voice things that they would like to see in the preceptor program or things that they thought would be helpful for them to be effective preceptors. There were multiple reports that they would like more hands-on practice teaching skills to new graduates, more unit-specific expectations of preceptors, how to teach new graduates effectively, and how to provide feedback. The overall goal for the revised preceptor workshop is to produce effective preceptors who can in turn train competent and confident new graduate nurses. This will hopefully lead to increased job satisfaction in the new graduates and ultimately lead to increased nurse retention at the hospital. So, the revised preceptor workshop is going to be offered on 2 different occasions. We thought that this would be helpful in reaching as many preceptors as possible since so many nurses have various schedules. The preceptor workshop will be offered on July 14th and 19th. It will be from 8:30 to 4:30. The preceptors only have to attend one day of the workshop, and it's going to be offered to new and current preceptors. So whether the preceptor has experience precepting or they've never had any experience, it will be offered to both. The workshop will take place in the staff development auditorium. It is a smaller auditorium that allows for pretty intimate conversation. It's a bit more of a classroom setup. The first half of the workshop will be very interactive. There will be opportunity for reflection, lots of discussion, group work. A funny video will be shared that we will discuss, and ultimately much time for interaction and very active learning. The previous preceptor workshop was much more lecture-based, so hopefully through the very interactive activities, discussions, and videos that will be shared and discussed, there will be much opportunity for the preceptors to construct their own knowledge. The second half of the workshop will include opportunity for the preceptors to practice everything that we have learned the first half of the day. We will take them up to some empty patient rooms on a floor that is not currently being used at the hospital. We will provide each preceptor with their own scenario of working with a new grad. They will have a basic nursing skill, whether it be medication administration, IV start, or checking patient identifiers that they will practice teaching to the new grad. Also in this scenario, there will be an opportunity for the preceptor to demonstrate giving effective feedback and also resolving conflict. We are hoping that through these very interactive, hands-on activities, the preceptors will feel very prepared and confident in their skills that they have learned through the workshop. Not only are we presenting information to the preceptors, we're also allowing them time to put it into practice. The workshop has been developed using the constructivism learning theory. This theory suggests that learners create their own knowledge through past and present experiences. In adhering to the constructivist theory, we've allowed much opportunity for the preceptors to reflect on their experiences by some discussion questions that will be talked about at the beginning of the day. We've also allowed them opportunity to put into practice the skills they've learned, such as conflict resolution, providing feedback, and teaching basic skills to their new grads. By being very interactive, we're not just presenting the information, but we're allowing the preceptors to construct their own knowledge, whether it be from their experience they have had as a preceptor or from implementing the things that we've talked about throughout the day. The intended outcomes of the preceptor workshop are that the preceptors will be able to identify 3 responsibilities of a preceptor, that they will be able to define 2 adult learning styles, that they will be able to demonstrate an example of conflict resolution, that they will be able to demonstrate providing effective feedback, and that they will also be able to demonstrate teaching a new graduate nurse a nursing skill. A post-test will be used to identify if the learners or the preceptors are able to identify adult learning styles, and if they are able to identify 3 responsibilities of a preceptor. The other outcomes will be assessed via a checklist, while during the second half of the day, when the preceptors are working on putting into practice everything that was discussed in the workshop. For example, they will have opportunity to practice in an actual patient room, teaching a new grad a skill of providing feedback and resolving conflict through a provided scenario. As the preceptors get practice, they will then be asked to demonstrate the 3 outcomes, which are teaching the skill, providing feedback, and resolving conflict. The instructors of the course, which will be myself and then 2 other staff members of the staff development department, will have a checklist rubric to check each preceptor off in their ability to meet the intended outcomes. So through a pre-test, post-test, and through the rubric checklist, we will evaluate the learning of the preceptors. Also, a post-workshop survey will be provided to ask very subjective questions to the preceptors, questions such as how did we as instructors perform? Was there areas that could have been done differently, done better? What things did they like about the workshop, and what things did they feel were effective, or what things could make the workshop more effective? Through this, we will come up with a plan to make the workshop even better, hopefully to continue to provide each year. Hopefully this workshop will prove to be very beneficial for our preceptors, encourage them, educate them, and ultimately help us educate our new nurses, help retain them, and help increase their job satisfaction. I'm looking forward to Wednesday for presenting this workshop for the first time and can't wait to share the results with you.